We're here in the Barstow Desert. We just left the Xscapers annual bash last night. Quick little touch over here, and then we're gonna go back to LA.
And I decided that I am going to be a little courageous today and learn to drive the rig.
Yeah!
I'm now waiting for further instruction on how to make my first turn.
She's doing it! She's doing it! Driving 101 class is still in session. I am probably more nervous than her, let's be honest.
I'm gonna learn to drive it more than 5 feet that I've currently backed it up or driven it through a parking lot.
Yes, so let's give them a little breakdown.
Ooh.
So before, we had the same truck. If you watch our earlier videos, we had the same truck, but we had a 34-foot fifth wheel, non-toy hauler, Keystone Cougar. She towed that in Arizona.
There was nothing else around.
2-lane highway, nothing else around. She towed it for probably, I want to say about an hour.
Yes, from Empire Ranch to Kartchner Caverns.
We attempted a fuel stop where I actually got in and had to back it up, which was totally fine.
I don't remember that.
Intimidating.
I blacked out.
Yes, so we attempted a fuel stop where I ended up hopping in and just kind of backing into the spot. And then we got to Kartchner Caverns in Arizona, and we had a campsite. And in her defense, it was not the easiest to back into, and I am not the greatest at teaching backing up.
At like describing what to do to back up. You just get in and you just do it.
It's really weird. It's like a muscle memory thing. You just kind of do. And so I told her, I was like, just do. And like, she tried probably 10 times to back into this spot.
That was like 4 times.
4 times. And got frustrated, and a lot of people started watching, which don't worry about what other people think. That's like the key to life.
They were very encouraging.
Just, you know, whatever. You gotta learn at some point. So anyways, we're here boondocking. Like, give them a brief pan.
The Barstow Desert.
So this is a whole nother element as well. Boondocking can get gnarly when you're towing something this big. You have to be very careful of ditches, roads, washboard, crevasses, whoops,
uneven terrain in general,
all that stuff. Because with our fifth wheel, the tailgate can actually contact the fifth wheel, and the bed rails can actually contact if you flex out too much. So there's that. There's the fact that the rear end can drag of the fifth wheel because it's super long.
We're gonna lose our license plate eventually.
No, it's on a little chingadera. It flexes.
It flexes?
So a lot going on today. Very exciting. I'm super nervous.
I'm a little nervous. I probably shouldn't have had coffee this morning.
But it'll be okay. Maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll walk ahead.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But I feel like I should be in the cab with you. I'll get in the cab with you. We'll see. Maybe both.
We could roll the windows down potentially.
Maybe both. Drop a comment if you have never towed a rig before, and if you have any questions, so we can kind of, you know, I don't know.
I don't know. Especially if you are a female that is nervous, because as I have been.
Yeah. And
you've always let your husband or boyfriend or significant other tow or drive the big rig.
Have you been inspired by Xscapers? Because there's so many female drivers there. I
have. There's a lot, and there's a lot of single women out there doing it on their own. And you know, everybody has got to get comfortable with it at some point. I don't know. I've been saying that I want to do it for a long time.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, what if she wants to go out with her girlfriends? Or like, what if she wants to do this and I want to do that?
Or like, what if, you know, God forbid something happens to you and like,
I'm invincible.
I'm like out in the middle of nowhere and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I destroy your house in the process. Like, that's just not a good situation to be in.
So checklist, we're good on DEF, we're good on fuel. So only reason we need to stop is maybe for a potty break, but other than that, we're good to go. We're gonna take the 15 to the 18 at 138, so there's gonna be big freeway driving, and there's also gonna be 2-lane freeway driving. But overall, it's not too bad.
But it's a 3-day weekend. It's, what is this? Martin Luther
King Day. So
today.
Might hit some traffic.
So we should probably get going.
Yeah. What do you think? Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Here's a standard, in my opinion, when I am driving, is so you started the truck, you took the e-brake off, which was a little premature, in my opinion. I would have left it on.
Okay, why?
Just for safety purposes.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and turn on your exhaust brake and your tow haul mode. You want to adjust your seat, which is very important. You need to be comfortable when towing. Okay. Now you want to adjust your mirrors, the lower convex mirror. I think it's convex. Convex.
Concave.
I don't know. The lower ones are probably. The lower ones are probably good.
Yeah.
You should be seeing more like the lower part of the jack on the trailer.
Yeah.
And more of a wider, broader view. The upper ones, I like to see the side of the trailer, so you can look down the side of the trailer. You should be pretty close.
I can see the side of the trailer in the upper ones, but not really on that one.
Okay, so then you might need to go out more or in or up or down. Those are power. Now you would pull off the e-brake.
Okay, e-brake.
E-brake off, truck's running, it's warming up. Since we're here boondocking, remember we mentioned that it can be tough getting in or out. So you gotta go really slow, you wanna take your time, and you wanna stay on more of the major roads, especially because we are in a OHV area. There's tons of little roads and trails every which way. But you know, we're not a razor, we're not a dirt bike, we're not a quad. We have to be very careful to get on main roads to get back to the highway. All right, let's do it. Wish her luck. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, guys, but please make sure you're subscribed. You know, we do these videos for ourselves. We like to document our journeys, our trials, our tribulations, but as well, it does help us out and it's fun. So subscribe and like and all that good stuff. Make sure you watch it. She's doing great. She kind of left me. But I'm gonna run up there and make sure she knows where to turn, because it can get scary. I'm so proud. This is great. I'm never gonna have to drive again. All right, so we made it to the highway right here. And now she's gonna make a left-hand turn onto the highway. Hasn't done this in a while. Your right is clear, so go ahead and just gradually start going. Your left is clear. Double check one more because you're long. So when I make turns, I look back and forth quite a bit. All right, stay in your lane here. All right, now the easiest part starts. It's the easiest in a sense, but there's still a lot to pay attention to. So she's in drive. She has her tow haul mode on, her exhaust brake on. You know, she adjusted her seat, she adjusted the steering wheel. Get a feel for it. If you want to kind of go back and forth to see what it feels like, you can. It has a little sway, not too much. We have the Anderson Ultimate Connection, which is like a gooseneck adapter type fifth wheel hitch. It's very, very weird. But it has a little more sway than our older BMW, but we like it overall, and we'll put a card for that video so you guys can check that out. We have an install video. All right, so she got on the freeway. She did a great job. She's cruising at 55. That's the speed limit when towing in California. She's constantly, in a sense, you know, looking back and forth into both of her mirrors. She's got two hands on the wheel, and overall just being very conscious. You know, it's not like driving a car. It's definitely different, but so far it's not too bad, right?
No, not bad.
Not too bad. So we're doing good. We're doing good. This is exciting stuff. Getting passed by a semi. Don't freak out.
Feel free to go around me.
Yep, just stay in your lane. So we thought that this video would be really good and very empowering. That'd be right? Empowering, because I think there's like a stigma with driving. I mean, anyone can drive. Anyone has, you know, the courage. It's just a matter of tuning in your skills and getting to a point where you feel comfortable. And you know, this is great seat time. And then, you know, if we needed fuel or if we needed to stop for a reason, I mean, you know, I can guide her and get her comfortable with that, pulling over, getting off the freeway. She got pretty excited because the way we got on the freeway, she didn't have to go through the town of Barstow. Going through little cities can be, you know, you can get a little nervous here and there. You know, you have your overhead to worry about, more lanes, more people being close to you. So she's in the slow lane right now, and there's a breakdown lane beside. So that kind of is a little nice because if you want to, you can kind of ride on this side, and that's okay.
Which I totally am doing, by the way.
Yeah, and just be aware. So like right now, a semi is coming up beside her, passing her over here. So she has the freedom in this giant breakdown lane to just kind of get a little more on this until she gets comfortable. She can be a little bit more on this side. And yeah, she's doing great. Zemba, don't bother mom. She's driving.
Zemba, get in the back, babies.
Get in the back. Spoiled dogs. All right, so we're gonna be getting off the freeway because we have to take like a smaller road. So she's looking for her gap to merge, which, yep, blinker on. Just go for it. You got the clearance. That person realizes. So we're on the 15 in California, and we are going to be taking the 18. So through Palmdale. So now we're exiting. So let off the gas. Slight braking. This turn says 45 miles per hour, but you know, we're in a big rig, so yep, just stay on the brake here, nice and slow, easy. Okay, that seems like a good speed. Bit of a S-turn off ramp. And don't worry about people behind you. They can wait. You need to go what's safe and comfortable. So we're kind of hungry, so we're gonna pull over to get snacks. So Melissa's gonna have to pull into a gas station. It's a big gas station though. This is interesting.
I'm a little nervous.
Don't be nervous. It's only money. All right, so this gas station looks pretty good for first gas station. We're gonna go on the second entrance here. You can go nice and wide. So she's entering her turn here. You go nice and wide. So take up both lanes. There's nobody here. Just park along that curb right there. She's just gonna pull up and park along this curb, get nice and tight. Drive her front tire close to that curb for a long time because
To hold the whole thing.
yeah, it's gonna take a minute for the rear end to get over. So just keep your tire close. Nice and close. Then when we're out and the rear is turned, good. That's good right there. So now basically we're here. Gas station is here. We can just hang our right and then another left and then another right. I thought this went around, but this is a dirt lot. So it might be a little harder than we thought, but it's okay. And a little tip that we'll do is we'll show you. So we're going in to get snacks because we're hungry and we like food. But anyways, we'll show you that you can go ahead and walk the parking lot. So, you know, okay, I'm gonna go this way, I'm gonna go that way. Kind of scout it out before you go. So it's just a little more peace of mind and it's a little easier so you know what to expect. All right, so we walked around and we're kind of scoping out this parking lot so she can have a good exit plan. What's your thoughts?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna be taking up like the entire parking lot.
I'll show you where the trailer is and our route. And it's fine, this fifth wheel turns well. So we're way over here. We're basically gonna come down here straight, hook it nice and wide. You make this turn, you're gonna clear here. And then you go nice and wide again and go out where that white car is over there. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of walk and guide her through this gas station just because I know she's a little nervous. She's right behind me. It's a pretty easy gas station, but this is something you can do. You can always have, if you're not solo, you can always have somebody hop out and kind of guide and just make sure everything looks good for peace of mind. Looking good, looking good. And then come wide again. Can be challenging, but she's doing great. Okay, so she did a great job in the gas station, getting in and out. But I do have to give her a tisk.
Why?
Why do you get a tisk?
Because I'm trying to eat snacks right now.
Yeah, so that's a double tisk. Why else do you have a tisk?
Oh, because I don't have both hands on the wheel.
Okay, you just keep naming more and more problems. You're not even getting to what I'm talking about. It's something.
Just tell me.
Something very important. When you shut off the truck, you know it also shuts off? The exhaust brake and the tow haul mode. That's very important. If she had to do a panic stop, now it's only the truck brakes doing all the work. It's not downshifting and it's not using the exhaust brake. So you gotta remember, when you shut it off, when you get back in, you have to turn those back on.
Okay.
It's okay, we'll let you slide. You're doing good, and you're cute, so it's okay. So we were talking about it, and I was like, now you can understand why you don't want to drive at night, first of all. And then secondly, when it's an unfamiliar area, like there was a time we were driving at night in Louisiana in a construction zone, and I was like, this is not smart. It happens every now and then, but it just amplifies everything. You're in a huge rig, you got a K-rail beside you or whatever. They're called different things in different parts of the country. Construction zone, cones, lights flashing. And then you can see nighttime is gonna add to it, you know. All right, so we're almost free and clear of the construction zone. You did great, babe. All right, so we're just getting off the freeway right now here in Simi Valley, California, where we are currently staying for roughly 3 days a week. And what we'll probably do, Melissa drove the whole way home, but what we'll probably do is when we get onto our street, which is a dead end, I'll probably take over the driver controls because we're staying at my dad's house, and his wall, his entrance is very narrow, very narrow, and then we have to do like a double jackknife, like jackknife one way, jackknife the other way, in order to get the trailer into its parking spot. So I think Melissa is happy with what she did today so far and wants to end on a good note.
I don't want to be damaging any property.
Pay attention to your turn here. Slow down.
He's basically a professional, but I'll get there one day. Alright, I did it, guys. I didn't crash. I learned how to drive, and I feel very empowered today. So if you've been nervous to learn how to drive your rig, I encourage you to get out there and try it.